guys, I am coming to you live from Nashville, Tennessee, and it is, let's see, I know it's 4:13 back home, but right here it is only 3:13 in the afternoon. So I'm coming to you live to give you guys an update on a post that I made back on November 9th regarding a solar field that was being contemplated in the town of Greene. And so I have an update for you guys. It's kind of an exciting update, and I'm going to dig right into that in just a minute. But if you are on here this Saturday afternoon, 4:13 in the afternoon Maine time, 3:13 here in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee, hop on and let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're in Nashville too, let me know. Somebody had mentioned that in a previous post, mentioned that they were in Nashville. So anyway, let me know where you're tuning in from, and let's dig right in. Oh, I guess I better not move too much. I think I'm going to lose the wireless connection. So let me know where you're tuning in from. Say hi, post your, and we will dig right in. So back on November 9th, I posted about a meeting that was coming up in Greene, Maine. And Greene was contemplating, there was a proposal for a 600-acre solar array. Now, if you have any knowledge of the solar subsidies in Maine, then you know that when there's a new solar field in Maine, it means your, sorry guys, poor connection I guess, your cost of electricity with a new solar field. All right, sorry guys, this connection is poor. I am gonna start this live over again if it blips out one more time. So, all right, Greene had this 600-acre proposal for a solar array, and they had a meeting on the 18th to determine what the town is going to do about this. So here's the deal. Maine law says that you, the ratepayer, end up having to pay a solar tax, a solar subsidy on all of these solar fields. So every time that you see a solar field going in, it is an indication that your price of electricity is going to go up, right? Because back in 2019, the legislature passed a law that said that CMP has to buy that energy at 4 times the cost of that they can sell it at. So where does the rest of that cost get absorbed? That's you, the ratepayer. So as Greene was contemplating this 600-acre solar array, it doesn't just impact Greene. That's the important thing to realize here, is these solar arrays don't just impact the town where they are. Now, you might have on the outset looked at it and gone, wow, it sounds like a good deal for Greene, right? They were going to get more than $2 million to the town in the first year of operations from the project planners, and $1 million each year after that. Who wouldn't want $2 million to the town in the first year and $1 million in the next year? Well, that begs the question, how on earth could this be such a moneymaker that the town is going to get that much money for putting in this 600-acre solar array, for letting these project planners move forward? These solar projects are a huge payday to these companies, many of them out-of-state companies who are making money hand over fist because of the mandates that the legislature has placed that are driving up our energy costs. So, long story short, Greene residents had a meeting on the 18th, and it was to determine if there should be limits on the size of solar fields that can be installed in their town. And here's the really remarkable thing. Greene, right, little town, little rural town in Maine, Greene residents showed up. Listen to this. On Monday, November 18th, Greene residents showed up. 400 locals showed up for this vote, and literally through a show of hands, they voted decisively to amend for an amendment that would limit all solar power arrays to 15 acres. 15 acres, big difference from 600 acres. So that essentially limits this installation. It's a moot point, right? 600 acres down to 15. Great job by the residents of Greene standing up, not just for the residents of Greene, but for the residents across Maine, standing up for citizens across Maine and saying, no, this is a bad deal for Maine. This is not a good deal for Maine. The $2 million the first year, the $1 million following years, that is not enough to buy off our town and harm our citizens, harm our residents with this bad deal that is going to drive our electricity costs, continue to drive those costs up. So I wanted to hop on here and give a shout out, give kudos to the town of Greene for doing a phenomenal job for those citizens coming out in mass and speaking up and saying decisively, absolutely not in our town. I would love to see that in more Maine towns. Solar, you know, no problems with solar at all. What I have a problem with are solar subsidies that are crippling ratepayers, that are driving our bills through the roof, that are harming Mainers. If the industry is to survive, it should survive on its own merits, not because of subsidies that the ratepayers have to pay. And so kudos to Greene residents. If any of you on here are from Greene, pipe up. We want to know if you were at that meeting. But that's some good news. That is good news. And if you know anybody that lives in Greene and went to that meeting, tell them thank you for the rest of us. That's awesome. I was thrilled to see that update. It's in the Sun Journal. I will make sure to post the link in the comments, and love to hear your thoughts in the comments as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and I will talk to you next time.